Hello, everyone. This is Michael Allen, host of the iDateMedia podcast. This is episode number 2, and in this episode, we're going to discuss how you can use our dating software to mass email your members without paying an external mail provider. Let's get started. One of the questions that I get often is how do I mass email my members if I want to send out a newsletter or a campaign to increase conversions, to promote a new service or function. There's a lot of ways you can do it. But first and foremost, never buy an email list to spam. You're going to find that probably half of them are going to bounce. And you don't want to do that. You don't want to promote your dating site with an email list that you buy. For those reasons that if you get an email list, say 15,000 emails in it, most are going to bounce and you're going to get blacklisted for spamming all of them. So there's a better way. As you're building your member base, you're going to have email addresses. These are called leads. These are people that you can promote the dating site function to. They've already registered, so you can market to them. What you want to do first is, for example, if you get roughly 20, 30,000 members and you want to start sending mass emails to these members, what you want to do is you want to clean it first. That way you want to, when you send out the emails, your bounce rate is going to go down. Your hard bounce, your soft bounce, your spams, they're going to go down. There are cleaning services out there for pennies on the dollar. You can use them. If you're confident that your members are legit, maybe you've got registration activation turned on inside the admin area of the dating software, then that email address will be confirmed. So that's a good confirmation that the email address is good. There's no need to clean them if you're doing a email activation. That way, your 20, 30,000 members all have proper, correct email addresses. So there's no need to go out and pay someone to clean those. Now, when it comes to mass emailing these members, you could go out and pay, say, an email publishing company like MailChimp. There's a few others out there, but I can tell you right off the bat, most are going to frown upon dating email campaigns. I know MailChimp will not allow dating email campaigns. There is another company out there called MailerLite, MailerLite.com. What they do is they check your campaign. If it looks like you're spamming, they're going to shut you down. But what they like to do is, say you've got 30,000 members and email addresses, they will let you send 1,000 of them, send out a campaign to 1,000 of them. And what they'll do is they'll check that 1,000, how many bounced, how many people unsubscribed, how many people marked it as spam. If those numbers are low, they're going to let you go ahead and send out. Now, their payment plan is they allow 1,000 emails per month. They do have upgraded plans that cost a little bit more. But if you're looking to do your own campaigns, there's going to be a better way. But it doesn't mean you can't use MailerLite. I use them. A lot of my customers use them. You just have to be legit. Can't send out spammy stuff. Just be on the up and up. I mean, you should already be on the up and up with your dating site. Do the same thing when it comes to sending mass emails, marketing emails to your members. There's another way. Inside the admin area of the dating software, there is a tool. And this tool is for emailing all of your members. And it allows you to select your members and send out that email to them. There's a lot of variables. You can send it to men, you can send it to women, you can send it to people who are not premium members if you're running a paid dating site. So you can really pick and choose what you want to do when it comes to marketing to your members. Now, by default, this will use the dedicated IP address that you have for your server. If you're running a shared hosting, you won't be able to do this. You need a VPS or a dedicated server, because that's what's going to get you a dedicated IP address. So with this scenario, you're going to set up your dating site with 2 IP addresses, one for your main website, and the second IP address is going to be for sending out emails. The reason you use a secondary IP address is that if you send on your primary, that primary IP address could get blacklisted in sites like SpamCop, and that can cause problems for your main email if it's associated with the main IP. It could send emails to spam folders. You don't want to do that. So you want to set up a dedicated IP for your email, which you can do via your hosting company. Most hosting companies that offer VPSs will give you a couple IPs, and it will work perfectly for this scenario. So what you do is you set up a secondary site. And within the admin area, there's a tool that lets you export your members to a CSV file that you can open up in Excel and pull all the email addresses out and dump them into your second site. And that second site is strictly for sending out marketing emails. When these emails are sent out, it comes from that secondary IP, and it's not going to affect your main domain. So if you have the dating software from us, then you can just contact us and we can help you set that up. It probably takes about 30 minutes to set it up, and that way, when you start mass emailing your members, you're not going to get hit on your main IP. So it's a great tool to use. And again, never buy email lists from people. Now, when it comes to the content of the marketing email that you're sending out, as I stated earlier, the software allows you to pick and choose which members you want to email. So for example, if you're going to set up a campaign to entice your standard members to upgrade their membership, one of the things you can do, and something that I've done over the years and a lot of my customers has done over the years, is create something called a lifetime membership. And what that does is when you send out a lifetime membership marketing plan email, it will tell a user, hey, we know sometimes things don't work out, but if it doesn't, we'll be here for you. You won't have to pay again. So you could set your lifetime membership plan for $199. They pay once and they don't have to pay again. The reason that you could use that in your marketing is that the life expectancy of a user on a dating site averages about 3 months. If you're charging $24 a month, you're only going to get $75 out of them over the life expectancy of that user. If you opt for them to use a lifetime membership, you're over doubling your money, and you're keeping them on your site, which you could still promote other products and services too. And plus, like I said, you're getting more money. So when you're sending out a mass email and your marketing plan is about a lifetime membership, that's what you want to do. Of course, you don't want the marketing email to sound marketing. You want it to be legit. You want it to sound great. And it's always best to be yourself. It's always best to expose yourself. In niche market dating, you have to be transparent. If you're not, people are going to move on past you, because there's so many dating sites out there right now that are getting hit hard with spammers, and dating site owners hide behind their domain. They don't put themselves out in front of their dating site, and it shows with their membership levels being very low. So when you're marketing, you want to say to your members, hey, this is so-and-so with domain.com or whatever your name is, and this is what we're doing, and this is how we can help you find that perfect match. When it comes to sending out these emails, there's a certain time you want to do that. Now, a lot of people, or I shouldn't say a lot of people, there's a lot of information on the internet that says okay, you should probably pick Tuesday, 10 p.m. Pacific time. Some people suggest 10 a.m. Pacific time. It really depends on where you are. I think the best time to send a niche market email is on the weekend. Most people who are working, they have more free time during the weekend. So this is not the same as another company out there that's sending promotional emails that aren't dating related. If it's dating related, and if you're listening to this, it's probably going to be niche market dating. And so your members are going to be looking at emails and doing things online on the weekend. So I recommend Saturday somewhere around 2 o'clock in the afternoon to send out your emails. Based on previous experience, I see that's it's more effective. You get more opens. The objective is to get people to open that email. And along with the content of the email, you also have to have a great title. Now, you can go out and Google top email subject lines, and there's tons of stuff out there, and they're really effective. So I won't go into detail on what works, because your niche dating site is probably different than other niche dating sites, and the title is relative to that. So go out, do a search on Google, and look for email subject lines that get opens, because you want those opens. And then obviously the content, the body of your email should be, transparent, enticing, and straightforward and to the point. You don't want paragraphs and paragraphs, because the attention span of users is very short. You want to limit it to a couple paragraphs. You can say a lot in just a couple short paragraphs. And once you get that title, go ahead and send it out. Once you send out your campaign, you definitely want to be online when that happens. You want to be able, if you're running a live support window in the bottom right-hand corner of your site, keep it open when you send out that campaign, because the majority of people will get the email and look immediately, and they may have questions. And so it's best to be able to be online, be accessible, and answer all the questions that people will have. There's usually going to be about a 4-hour window. And if you're running a niche market dating site, you should be active with it every day. So when people come and visit the site, having that live chat down in the bottom right-hand corner, just like we have at iDateMedia.com, you can answer questions. And when you're transparent and you're online and you're available, you're going to have more people being proactive on your dating site. As far as when people reply to the emails, you definitely want to use an email address, have it dump into Gmail, and then respond immediately to every reply. People like instant gratification, and it's the same in the dating world. If someone asks you, hey, how many members do you have? How many female members do you have? Know the answer, know exactly what's going on with your dating site so that you can immediately reply to those emails. You'll be surprised how many people will reply back and say, wow, that was fast. This is something that I've done for 20 years, and it works. It works beautifully. Respond immediately. And when it comes to people contacting you on your dating site, don't bury your contact information. Use it. Have it at the bottom. Have a phone number. Have the email address, and respond when you get emails. People like that. A lot of dating sites, like I said, like to hide behind their domain. They're not going to do well in the niche sector. So be transparent, be open, have all your contact information, and be legit. That's all you need to do. If you got a great niche, you got a great dating site, you got your member base is growing, you're sending out marketing emails, people are they're taking advantage of it, and they're making their decisions based on that, and you're there for them, you're going to do well. And just remember, don't give up. That's the end of this episode 2. I'm Michael Allen, and this is iDateMedia.com.